Hi, I'm Sam Davis.
And I'm Ernie.
And we're here to change your mind on Scooby-Doo, the live action films.
Fuck yeah.
I feel like this has been the sole goal, the mission of this channel since 2011.
100%. It's what you were born for.
Converting people to the cinematic masterpiece that was Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
And the first one.
Well, we'll talk about that, bitch. It has to be somewhat iconic if everybody our age remembers it. Me personally, I can quote every single line, and will do. But is that what makes a film good?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Erin? You took a gamble. I was actually going for no. Let's just start right off the bat by saying the word for these films is delightful. You're not going to be getting Citizen Kane out of fucking Scooby-Doo. Like, the source material just isn't there for that. Would you call us diehards?
Yes. I own a Damon Rightus.
We have multiple copies of each film. How many times would you say you've watched this?
First one about a solid 60, and second one maybe about 4.
Okay, so don't judge me. I think I'm in the high hundreds. I'll write my dissertation on these films. As Erin put it earlier,
This was the big old barrel of laughs.
and that's adorable film critique. Good job, by the way.
Thank you.
You're a real life Roger
Where's
Ebert.
my Oscar?
You don't get what? I'm not sure you get an Oscar for film critique. But how do we convince others that this is a more than a tired nostalgia trip and an actual thing worth people's time? 4 words. Written by James Gunn. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy? You heard of a little thing called Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Add Super and Sliver to the list. And this is a director and a writer who maybe hasn't made a bad film yet. As far as I'm concerned, he's a genius. If you wanted to write off these films as some embarrassing 2000s project he did to get big, number 1, how dare you? Number 2, no, I absolutely believe these are passion projects. The plot of the first film is a tiny puppy using voodoo powers and a robot Mr. Bean suit to lure the mystery gang to a place literally called Spooky Island. This whole film is tongue-in-cheek. I love it. Everything in this setting is made to be fun and ominous. Even the music is telling you that something's going on. The idea is so goofy that I adore it. This was made with tongue-in-cheek. Fun fact, this film was originally going to be much darker in tone. The original screenplay was designed for older characters and darker jokes. Essentially a bro comedy. I am so happy they didn't go that route. Because the tone and the comic timing are right out of the cartoon. And it's really fun to see that being faithfully adapted to screen. For every burp, fart joke, and weed reference.
I'm Mary Jane.
Like, that is my favorite name.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a really nice homage to the Hanna-Barbera cartoons in here. Ah, and the film has this scene in it. I will never not defend this movie. Is it a good or a bad thing if I'm still laughing at the same joke that I laughed at when I was 4? These are scripts that are self-aware, genuinely funny no matter what age you are. The jokes haven't aged, but the film hugely has.
Good old fart jokes.
There are some fart jokes, and if this is the point where you log out of the video and say, not for me, fair enough.
It has fart jokes, fair enough.
If that is your cinematic bar, I understand. I know it's a weird thing to focus on, but the set design in these movies steals the show. You've got voodoo, you've got haunted houses, theme park aesthetics, gorgeous. These are films made by their set pieces. They just look fun to be in, like they stepped right off a cartoon set. After all, it is a visual comedy, and it is a goddamn crime they haven't made the Scooby-Doo ride.
They made this so much. They brought the cartoon and made the soundtrack more funky. Even the theme song, they made like reggae.
Oh, it was the early thousands.
Yeah, which is great.
We were still in the era of cringy surfer dude Fred.
It's great.
Whoever decided the Scooby-Doo theme should have a Jamaican twist in it.
Amazing.
Let's
Love
go.
it.
An Oscar for you, sir! And this is the point of the video, but we start swearing at each other again, because the first one has everyone out of character.
Let's not start this
Let's actually go right the fuck in. Look, I'm not saying I ran a Twitter poll and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed won, motherfucker, but that also may have happened. Whilst these are both clearly cinematic masterpieces, the first one I would give an 8, whilst the second gets a 10. A perfect 10. The first movie obviously had a much bigger budget and the CGI has not aged nicely. Whilst the sequel combines practical effects with CGI and the costumes are great. Yeah, no, the first one's weird. Everyone is mean. Everyone is splitting up.
They're going through a rough patch.
In the opening 10 minutes of the movie?
Yes. Okay.
That's a weird spin.
They break them up to bring them back together and fucking what?
The first one is even possibly a mean-spirited movie.
It is. How can it be mean-spirited? It's got Mr. Bean.
Yeah, who's being controlled by a tiny little resentful cult-loving fucking puppy.
Oh, okay.
Who was thrown away on the side of the road.
Like he's trash, yes, because he is.
Oh, Scrappy-Doo is absolutely a cunt. This is the correct usage of this word. Even James Gunn said, Scrappy is just a completely fucking awful person. Amazing. Now that's the right man for the job. Hell, make him the final villain. After 100 plus viewings and 2 audio commentaries available on this channel right now.
Links in the description.
Although I don't know why the fuck you'd ever watch them. I don't know why we watched them. I don't know why we made it. And I see the cartoon characters. I see the original gang. I don't even question it in my head. Especially Linda Cardellini, who provided my sexual awakening as Velma. Would you believe that on IMDb right now, Scooby-Doo 1 and 2 are both evened out at a 5.0 out of 10? Perfectly.
They deserve more than that.
They deserve so much more than that.
Solid 10 out of 10. Yeah, all the 10s. Yeah,
Well,
10s
hey,
all round.
Miss-
Yeah, boy,
Miss Ellen,
yeah.
The Oscars is very different this year. I think we just gave an Oscar to Scooby-Doo from 2002.
The soundtrack.
And the best supporting role goes to Scooby-Doo. Yes, the fucking fictional dog. He's CG!
It's nostalgia at the end of the day.
Nostalgia goggles aren't necessarily a bad thing. There's no right way to watch a film. Being adult and being smarter does not make you better at watching films. I think more than anything, you should take your Scooby-Doo 2, whatever your childhood film is, and preserve that childish joy. Movie experiences also depend entirely on who you watch them with. If you saw someone's favourite movie, I completely believe you can absorb their enthusiasm, their joy, firsthand. Because every film can be somebody's favourite film, and that's why I'm making these videos. Maybe there isn't such thing as a universally bad movie. Because when you lose Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, you wither and die. You wither and die.
That's it. It's the end.
You're dead.
That's it. It's gone.
You'll wake up in the nursing home.
That's all it is. But that's it.
In the ground.
Gone.
In the ground.
6
Dust.
feet under. 6 feet under.
Bones.
6
Bury
feet
me
under.
at sea.
Dead.